tell you what, for us, I know probably a lot of teams think the same way, but for us, the All-Star break couldn't have come at a better time. We just got a lot of guys that are just banged up. We played Doma's heavy minutes these last couple of nights. We played Fox heavy minutes tonight. These last couple of nights, he played 43 minutes a night. Those guys are a little banged up. It'd be great to get them some rest, but a little concerned about Keegan. He stepped on somebody's ankle during the course of the game. He took a hard fall, and he just gutted it out. But his body, for a young guy, his body's banged up pretty good right now. So just knowing that we have these, 5-6 days to get a little rest and get our feet back underneath us. Start with Keegan, with him stepping on somebody's foot and his fall, and then Foxy and Domas. It's big. It's big. So Trey's obviously sick, and so this would be good for him. But I thought I keep telling our guys that the shots aren't going to always go in. They're not going to always go in. And they didn't go in tonight. I looked up at the stats on the board one time, and we were well into the game, and we were shooting, I think, 17% from the three. And, it's unlike us, but that's the reality of it. That shot's not going to always go in, so the only way that you can give yourself the chance to win is if you take care of the ball. You don't send them to the free throw line a lot. You don't give them a ton of offensive rebounds, and you defend. And our guys just kept scrapping. They kept fighting. They kept finding a way to get it done defensively. It's a good team there. I know they're missing a couple of their starters, but for them to shoot 39% from the floor and score 98 points, for us, that's really good. It's really, really good, and sometimes you got to win ugly. And you just got to find a way. And in the second half, we picked up our defense. We made a couple of shots. We had 6 assists at halftime. We ended up with 21. We had 4 fast break points at halftime. We ended up with 13. So we just kept trying to find ways to get it done. And I give a lot of credit to Dorte. I can't remember last time he played. He was banged up for a while. But even before that, he wasn't even in the rotation. And we threw him out there in the fourth quarter, let alone. And I thought he was big. He was picking up full court defensively. He had a huge deflection for us in a late red. He hit a big 3 for us. He was really, really good in his minutes, and he left it out on the floor. I thought he was a catalyst. He got defensive player of the game, but he was a catalyst for us getting a win. Foxy, HB, and Doma scored for us, but we had to find a way to defend, and we did it in the second half. We were down 1, I think, with 2+ minutes ago, and we had 4 consecutive stops. That's huge for us. So just a lot of positives in a game that we could have easily just folded, especially going into the break. I love our guys' perseverance, and I got to say, Mason Jones, we just signed him to a 2-way deal. He didn't play at all tonight, but his impact in the game was huge. He was, the energy he brought from being on the bench was phenomenal. I mean, every time out, before I can even take 3 steps on the floor, he's sprinting past me, high-fiving guys, talking to guys during the game. He's talking to guys. And, we have a fairly quiet group, and so for him to bring that type of energy was phenomenal. My son Elijah, who's a video coordinator for us, he was watching at home. He said this before I even had a chance. He said Mason's energy was off the charts. He could feel it through the TV. And I know that I felt it, our players felt it, and our coaches felt it. So his energy was great for us in a game that, again, we could have easily folded, but our guys found a way.
How valuable is it to get a win like that, given the circumstances, given you lost 4 or 5, given you won't play again for another week. Just what's the value in this win for you guys?
It's big because I told our guys, we've talked about it. We know our destiny's still in our hands, and but at the end of the day, we got to go get it. And when you have less than 30 games in the season, it's starting to get tight, and every game matters. And for us, after dropping a tough one last night, dropping one game before that, to come here on the back-to-back and find a way before going into the break, and to find a way to win ugly, it just adds to the belief that we don't have to be this offensive juggernaut to go win games. We can win games in a lot of different ways, and tonight was a testament of it. So hopefully that belief will carry over and help us win some games against some tough teams that we have coming up.
From your vantage point, you've seen Fox take over a lot of games late before, but it seems like they've been a little fewer and further between this year. When you see him do that in that moment, what's it like for you, and what stood out to you about that?
We need that. He's our guy in those situations, and he's done it before. He's more than capable, and for him to step up in a situation where we need to get a win going into the break for all those things that I just said, it was fantastic. The difference of us going into this break with less doubt, not feeling good, to us saying, okay, you know what? We can play a different style of basketball if we need to, because in my opinion, that's what you got to be able to do come playoff time. You're not going to be able to shoot the lights out all the time. You're going to have to just find a way, and it starts with all those things I said, but it ends with the defensive side of the ball. If you're not defending, it doesn't matter, because everybody can score nowadays. So Fox was big for us down the stretch, getting timely basket after timely basket, but it started with all those other things to give him a chance to be put in that position to get it done.
Can you just talk a little bit about, I know you just mentioned that Domas is banged up a little bit, a lot of guys are banged up a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, last night, didn't talk about it as much because of the loss, but he was the first player since Larry Bird yesterday to have, I believe it was 30, 15, 12 with 3 blocks. Tonight, obviously, 20 and 13. Can you talk a little bit about his impact on your team as a whole, as well as just kind of, I think a little bit of his performances get lost a little bit in terms of the magnitude of what he's doing on the court this year?
Yeah, you just said it right there. His performance gets lost a lot, and it's evident with him not being an all-star, but him being a top 7 MVP guy. I still haven't figured that one out yet. But I don't know a ton. He was big for us. He's been big for us all year. To know what you're going to get from a guy of that caliber, that's irreplaceable. You know that he's going to hit the glass hard. He can score, and he's going to set his teammates up, and he's going to try to play as hard as he can. And that level of consistency in this league is hard to attain. But he's done it at a high level because everybody knows it's going to happen. But it doesn't seem like anybody can slow it down or stop it. And we need every ounce of it until we can get to a level that we think we're more than capable of being at for the long term.
Mike, you talk about consistency a lot with this team, and forgive me if this is a stupid question, but as a coach, what's your focus on getting your team to be consistent? How do you impart that? How do you put that into practice?
It's turnovers are going to happen, missed shots are going to happen, missed assignments are going to happen. But now, can we give the level of consistency that's needed when it comes to communication, when it comes to effort, and when it comes to physicality? To me, those things you can control. If something breaks down and you stop playing, or you don't close out hard, or you're mad because you didn't get the ball and you don't run the floor as hard as you can. That stuff adds up. And we have to be consistent in all those little areas. And I feel like we're getting better, not just as a team, but individually, because there were some guys last year that have made tremendous strides to this year. And I can see it. It's not only live, I can see it on film. And so once we can get to our plateau in that area, the sky's the limit for this team.
Anything else, Coach? Appreciate it, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.